Look at all of this fog. We are in a next weather alert for some snow tonight, and that's why I wanted to bring next weather meteorologist Joseph Dames to join me right away, because this is kind of coming in out of nowhere, it feels like. We had such beautiful weather.
Yeah, we sure did. I mean, going through the weekend, I mean, it was so nice. We had the top 10 weather day on Sunday. So there's been some changes. And yeah, I mean, we were talking about this earlier with Heather. It was like, okay, we were just talking about fall. And they had the rakes out. And now we're transitioning over to
winter
shovels for,
yeah, exactly.
for snow.
You got to prepare.
Yeah. So to kind of build out some of the context, I mean, we knew that we were going to have a system arriving late tonight. Now, over the last 24 hours, what has changed, maybe since you went to bed last night or you were joining yesterday afternoon, we now have a winter storm warning through the metro area and expanded all the way down to the south to Mankato for tonight into tomorrow morning. So that happened through basically late last night, overnight hours. So you're going to be waking up now to winter storm warnings around the area. A slight shift to higher snow totals to the south, which means it's nearing the cities more. And that's basically because we're now picking up on more moisture. More moisture means more snow.
Okay.
So that's basically what occurred there. What hasn't changed since last night when you're checking in or yesterday morning, we're still expecting rain for a good chunk of today, and it's eventually going to transition over to snow. We'll talk more about the timing, but it's going to be after sunset. Okay. So the evening commute is likely just going to be rainy, and then it's going to turn into snow. Travel impacts for sure. We're going to get that tonight, you know that. Through tomorrow morning, maybe even to midday tomorrow. And it's going to be very windy with blowing snow. So those are all the things we knew yesterday. What has changed is basically higher snow totals and now a winter storm warning. This is what it looks like on the map, the winter storm alerts here. Anything that's in that orange and red is now a winter storm warning down through Dakota County, extending into, like I said, Nicollet County there, Sibley, Redwood County. Where we are not seeing any sort of alerts is in southeast Minnesota. A dry slot, not cold enough, not as much moisture there. Though if you're still traveling in that direction, Maria, I will say there's still going to be some snow and some blowing snow. So people just have to be wary of that. Okay. Even though there's no alerts there, there's still going to be some winter weather. All right, well, this is what it looks like on the satellite radar right now at this time. We have clouds, we have some rain, we saw the fog.
Oh, the fog this morning. Even now, it is crazy out there.
So low, those clouds. And so it's not great already, but unfortunately, conditions are going to deteriorate as we go through the day. Snow to the west, you can see Fargo extending down through the south into South Dakota and along the border there. That's where we're noticing some snow. Okay, so as I take you through the day here, you'll see that the rain moves in. I've paused this at 7 p.m. Okay. This is when I believe we'll start transitioning over from rain to snow later today. Okay. Still rainy in Wisconsin. Looks like basically all snow from Grand Rapids down through Brainerd into Alexandria and Wilmer. And a dry slot down towards Rochester. And so that's going to obviously mess with some of the snow totals there, and that's also part of the reason why they're not going to be under an alert. We sit underneath snow tonight through the overnight into tomorrow morning. I've paused it at 9:30. I think this is when things start tapering off around the metro area.
Oh, wow. So it really will last all morning.
It is. And I will say this, it is going to lighten up significantly. So the heaviest snow is probably going to be from about 10 p.m. tonight through probably about 3 a.m. And then it's going to lighten up as we go into tomorrow morning. I believe everybody will be in the clear probably by the time we get to lunchtime or early afternoon tomorrow.
So that makes me think tomorrow around lunchtime is when, if you're going to travel for, holiday weekend, a lot of people start tomorrow.
I've already had so many questions. Hey, I'm going up to Duluth tomorrow. When should I go? I'm going down to Iowa. When should I go? So it's going to stop snowing by morning. I think lunchtime, early afternoon is the best time because it's going to be light outside. They're going to have some time to do some work on the roads, but you're going to be dealing with snow on the ground and some icy conditions. So people should be wary of that as well. This is a good time to talk about the snowfall forecast, all right? So those snow totals have come up a little bit, but notice if you're traveling up to Duluth tomorrow afternoon, there could potentially be a foot of snow on the ground.
That's wild to think about.
It is, and that's from St. Cloud up through Brainerd to Grand Rapids. I know that the state does an amazing job with tackling the snow as it's coming down, preparing the roads for success, but you should still be wary of it and be ready for some significant snow totals. If you're heading south, it will be a little bit better, but blowing snow is going to be a problem through probably tomorrow afternoon, and so visibility will be an issue there. And then I want to zoom on in, because if you're just traveling nearby, well, hey, I mean, just to the north up towards Andover to Forest Lake, now our snow totals, as I mentioned, they're getting a little bit higher, closer to the metro since everything's shifted a little bit to the south, 5 to 8 inches.
That's
So potentially
that's
a half a
significant.
foot. So it's going to be a tough one, and we'll be here tomorrow morning getting updates. I've looked at multiple weather models. I have 6 right here. 3 to 6 inches is kind of the consensus for us.
Okay.
And then we dry up for Thanksgiving. So even come Thanksgiving, if you're driving around locally, there's probably still going to be, plenty of snow on the ground. Might get a little icy as well. And then we are kind of setting up for maybe another system Saturday. I don't think it's going to be as significant at this point. I don't want to busy people's minds with that topic yet, but just know if you're traveling this weekend, there could be more snow too.
Okay, and hopefully, since it is a holiday week, people can have the day off, tomorrow and maybe Friday and Thursday, obviously. But for people like us, we're coming in. We'll keep you updated. Everything you need to know will be here throughout the holiday, and it's going to really kind of hit during our peak drive time into work tomorrow.
So we'll have all the fresh updates that come tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's nice that there's probably more flexibility with people's schedules right now because of the holiday, but unfortunately at the same time, a lot of people are going to be on the roads trying to get to where they need to go, even if it's the family across town.
Right.
Snow, maybe some ice. If you're traveling up north, heaps of snow there. So you just have to find that perfect little window. Unfortunately, it's not going to be great. I would say traveling on Thanksgiving might be your best bet.
Your best bet. So yeah, if you do have to drive a whiles away, maybe get up early Thanksgiving morning and make your way out there.
And I do want to point this out before I go. I know we've been doing this for a little bit now, but
no timeline?
I don't see a significant change to the forecast at this point. I think we're kind of solidifying. I don't think we're going to be, shifting it to another 4 inches on top of what we're already saying right now. I don't think it's going to come down significantly either. I think we're kind of finding that common ground. So I do think about that 3 to 6 inch window. Higher totals north metro, lower totals to the south is basically where we're going to find the forecast.